This is how you'll catch all the snails in your garden in one night. It's a natural method that works instantly. I struggled with snails in my garden for years, but after using this trick, they disappeared right away. The preparation takes just a moment. Start by preparing a plastic container, like one from fruit or margarine. The main ingredient is beer. Choose a cheap, dark one. Fermenting beer releases a strong aroma that snails can sense from far away. Pour about 2 cups into the container. Add 1 teaspoon of sugar to enhance the smell. The next ingredient is yeast. It will kick off the fermentation process. Add 1 tablespoon. You can also add a bit of soy sauce. Its salty taste and aroma will further boost the effectiveness of the mixture. If you want the mixture to be even more effective, peel a cucumber and add the peels inside. It acts as extra bait that snails absolutely love. Mix all the ingredients thoroughly and let it sit for 30 minutes. Set the trap in the evening, exactly where you've seen snail trails. The smell of fermentation will lure the snails, and they'll crawl right into the container. Change the mixture every 3 days. You'll see results after just one night. Your garden will be safe, and your plants saved. The Roman snail is your ally in the fight against slugs. Few people know this. Therefore, never get rid of these snails. If you have more and more slugs in your garden, you might be making this mistake too. When you have a slug infestation in your garden, you've probably tried to stop them with eggshells or coffee grounds. Others set traps for them. Because of the slug infestation, many people also get rid of snails with shells. The Roman snail does damage in the garden, but not as much as slugs do. And few people know that the Roman snail is your ally in the fight against slugs. How so? The Roman snail eats the eggs of slugs. So if you eliminate snails with shells, the number of slugs will immediately increase because their eggs are no longer threatened. You have to collect and destroy adult slugs yourself, for example, by sprinkling them with salt. But the Roman snail will take care of eliminating their eggs and reducing their population. If you want to know the natural enemy of adult slugs, many people have started keeping Indian runner ducks in their gardens. During a single meal, they can eat dozens of adult slugs. They are the best weapon in the fight against slugs, aside from the Roman snail. Are you tired of snails destroying your plants? Are you looking for a natural way to get rid of them? Here's a simple recipe for a mixture that will effectively deter snails from your garden. First, prepare a pitcher. Pour ½ liter of warm water into it. Then add ½ teaspoon of black pepper. Its strong smell and taste discourage snails. The next ingredient is ½ teaspoon of garlic. Snails can't stand its smell, and it also has antibacterial properties that protect plants. The final ingredient is 1 tablespoon of ground coffee. The caffeine in coffee is toxic to snails, so they avoid it. Now, mix all the ingredients thoroughly. Let the mixture cool down. Once the mixture is cold, you need to dilute it. Add 500 milliliters of water to 100 milliliters of the mixture and stir. Now you can water or spray your plants with it. Use the mixture regularly to keep snails at bay. Remember to spray your plants after it rains. The mixture also works on other pests. Thanks to this, your garden will be free from unwanted guests. If you have snails in your garden, you can get rid of them. Spray this all over the garden, and the snails will disappear. This natural mixture will repel these pests. Additionally, it eliminates aphids, caterpillars, and deters ants. If you have a garden, you are surely familiar with these pests. Snails can destroy crops, as they enjoy cultivated vegetables and fruits. You probably know that you can protect your crops with methods like using ash. Sprinkling ash around plants creates a barrier that stops snails. Another method is using eggshells. A sufficient layer of eggshells spread in the garden will also deter these pests, though you need a lot of them. Remember that coffee grounds can also be used in the garden like ash and eggshells. But today, I will show you a mixture made from them. Add 1 tablespoon of ground coffee or coffee grounds to 300 milliliters of warm water. Caffeine repels snails and other pests. Next, add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Garlic is rich in sulfur and allicin, which snails and many other pests dislike. Finally, add 1 tablespoon of mint, either fresh or dried. The essential oils in mint are excellent for repelling ants and snails. Mix everything and leave it for a few hours. Then strain it through gauze or a coffee filter. Dilute with about 3 liters of water. Use this mixture to spray the borders of the garden, paths, plants, and vegetables. Use it regularly, and you'll see that snails won't be as eager to visit your garden. A natural slug-repelling mix. A trick passed on to me by an old gardener. You can also use it as an eco-friendly fertilizer. I've been using it regularly since last season, and I have to say, the results are amazing. Slugs, especially the shellless ones, can do serious damage by chewing through leaves, stems, roots, and even flowers. In a bowl, mix 3 tablespoons of used coffee grounds. The strong aroma keeps slugs away, and the caffeine it contains can actually affect their nervous system, making them avoid the area. Then add 3 tablespoons of sawdust. Its rough, uneven texture irritates the soft bodies of slugs and soaks up moisture from the soil, creating an environment they hate. Next, add 3 tablespoons of wood ash. It also dries out the soil surface and makes it even harder for slugs to move. Plus, it's rich in potassium and calcium, which naturally enrich the soil. Finally, crush 1 eggshell and add it to the mix. The sharp pieces act as a barrier and also release calcium into the soil, improving its structure and nourishing your plants. Stir everything thoroughly and sprinkle a thin layer around your garden beds. There's no need to overdo it. Just mark a clear line that slugs won't want to cross. This natural method is cheap, effective, and completely safe for your garden. Just 1 tablespoon is enough to keep snails away. If you have snails in your garden eating everything you grow, try this trick. Pour instant coffee into a bowl. The caffeine in coffee is toxic to snails. It also has a strong smell and slightly acidic pH, making it an unfriendly environment for these pests. Importantly, it's safe for plants. Transfer the coffee to a tall container. Add about 1 cup of warm water and stir until the coffee dissolves completely. Now take a garden sprayer. Unscrew the cap and pour the prepared coffee solution inside. Then dilute the mixture with about 1.5 gallons of clean water. Close the sprayer tightly. Use this spray on plants vulnerable to snails, especially vegetables, lettuce, or herbs. That's where pests usually appear. Snails will disappear within a few hours. This spray irritates and repels them. A completely natural way to take back control of your garden. This burns weeds down to the roots. It's the most effective method for weeds I've ever found. It contains no harmful ingredients and is cheap. When weeds show up in the cracks of your driveway or around the garage, you'll want to get rid of them fast. To do this, grab some lemons. Cut them in half. You'll need enough to get about 7 ounces of lemon juice. Citric acid destroys the structure of plant cells and effectively burns weeds all the way down to the roots. Pour the freshly squeezed juice into a tall container. Now add about 8 ounces of filtered water. This helps spread the solution more evenly and slightly dilutes its strength. Add 1 tablespoon of salt. Salt penetrates deep into the soil and disrupts the water balance of weeds, causing them to dry out completely. Then add 1 tablespoon of liquid soap. Soap works as an emulsifier, helping the mix stick better to the leaves. Next ingredient, cinnamon. It has antifungal properties and also weakens plant growth at the root. Stir the mixture vigorously until everything is well combined. Pour it into a spray bottle. Spray it directly onto the weeds growing between paving stones. You'll get the best results on a hot or sunny day. Very soon, you'll notice the weeds begin to wilt and dry out. Simple, natural, and incredibly effective.